Hey. So this is a impersonal, I guess, reading for Apuchee. It's a celebrity, just someone I've been following for a minute, and I'm just, man, like, I don't know, I think now that we've gotten through the last of the mature signs, and, you know, we're kind of at that, I mean, you know, Pisces is the end, Pisces is, I'm just like, dude, I'm fucking exhausted. I'm like, every message has just been really, you know, I'm feeling a lot of the Jupiter, like in Scorpio. I'm feeling like everybody is getting a lot of the fucking very scorpionic, like, just like, nah, you know, fucking, this is what's okay and this is what's not okay. And if you can't, you know, like, then I'm fed up with this and I'm done and I'm walking, and it just, it's like, it's rough, you know, but it, like, it'll help you go through shit. I mean, like, I hate to be like, those are deaths and breakups and all that shit, man. That's, you know, how you grow up. That's, you know, it's the where you're like, all right, no, I really, this is done, but like, what am I gonna learn from? Because really, it's like, you know, both parties have lost, but it's like at the same time, it's like, what can you take away from it? What did you learn? What did you do this time? What don't you want to do? What are you gonna do differently? Like, just dumb shit. But you know what? Good night. Good night. So, okay, cool. Queen of Swords in reverse. And then we've got the Death in the upright. So, like, hey, welcome to the Death Tarot. And yeah, it's, I think maybe that's kind of a good thing. That's like literally what we were just talking about is, you know, being, I know Scorpio is, you know, a water fire sign, but like really, I mean, they operate very, you know, Sagittarius, yeah, is a fire sign as well, but I mean, they're literally like trigger happy the sign. So, you know, very, you know, not, you know, harsh energy. Maybe it's finally time, you know. And I think it's actually kind of strange because, you know, it's, I mean, she's sort of she's a hard bitch, man. Like, I mean, she'll tell it like it is, you know, like, she'll, whew, get, some, raw, you know, very definitely, hey, what's up? So, you know, that's cool. I actually like that. Tower's still trying to jump out, but I don't think that's a lot. We're gonna hold that book for a second, but yeah, no, that's actually kind of cool. Is we got the King of Cups, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, crossing the reading, you may have a water sign coming your way. It's sort of, I think, you know, on some level it's being emotional, but it's also kind of, I mean, maybe being a little more masculine about it, being a little more tempered with it, being, you know, even like, this could be you offering, you know, so that's cool. I think it's being like open to, you know, possibilities, but rock and roll, that's cool. Let's see, subconsciously, that, you know, and it's, again, it's, I'm glad that this is, I hope this is the way Pisces is gonna go. You know, y'all gotta understand, this is a reading for an extremely, like, this is a very mature Pisces. She's been a swordfish for a fucking wicked minute, so, I mean, you know, when we, so here's the other thing, I'm not even sure that I'm going to mention this when I do the Pisces reading, but, the death counterpart, and really, man, this is probably one of the hardest ones. I mean, it is, like, even a Scorpio, you know what I mean, is like, you'd ever Scorpios don't hit this. Scorpio that doesn't hold a grudge. You gotta understand, that's not like a dragon at all. That's not like a Scorpio in any way, shape, or form. We remember everything, we never forget, and that tail is always just like when you toe the line to the point that like we finally feel hurt, we finally feel like really actually like our safety has been compromised, we feel threatened, you're gonna know it, you know what I mean? And like a Scorpio that can just be like, you know, not count score and shit and just let shit go, that is a dove. A Piscean Scorpies is like, I mean, but yeah, so it's like I say, that's interesting. I like this. I want to take this as a book, and I want to take King of, you know, and that's interesting. We have, that's a little bit, that's a lot of cards, good night. And then, yeah, King of Pentacles. Yeah, alright, so, subconscious. I'm sorry, subconscious. We have, you know, and it's weird because the Eight of Swords, sort of feeling trapped, and in your past you've got the King in reverse, and that's again, you know, that kind of goes with the Pentacle from earlier, the Ace, or I'm sorry, the Knight, but it's again, it may be one of those sort of, you kind of been defensive. There's nothing really wrong with that, honestly, especially if you're on a come up, like, don't, you know what I mean, like, just jump into bed with anybody, but, metaphorically or literally. You got a lot up right here though. So, and it's kind of strange because when I see this one, I kind of see this as the Hanged Woman. And it's again, when it's in the upright, that's a little bit rough. Subconsciously, you may be really feeling trapped. One of the best things that you do, you know, may have to, you know, do is to kind of go inward. It's sort of a scorpionic thing. So yeah, go me. If I can hit the space bar. I don't know why my keyboard was in my lap. But yeah, so we're looking at, and you have right here, I mean, literally, you have death in the upright. So you have like cyclical, you have moving on, you have, I mean, it's literally, I mean, that's letting shit go, that's, you know. So we're looking at is this. So first up, you know, you may be feeling kind of trapped, but it's again, I tend to look at this as kind of a meditative card. Maybe, I think, you know, you're getting justice, I think. So, however you were feeling quartered off, that may not necessarily have been a bad thing. You may have been just calibrating, you know what I mean? Like getting your bearings on sort of a new, you know, situation, and just being like, all right, well, let's make sure that, you know, before, you know, let me get my feet wet before I'm like, you know, caught in the undertow kind of deal. And, you know, yeah, here you are, Four Swords, you know, just kind of being in your power and not necessarily going either way with it, not neglecting it and not abusing it either. You know, good. And here, you know, we got the Knight of Cups, so we've already had the Knight of Pentacles coming before this. I think is a very, you know, healthy thing. Bam. I mean, you know, like realistically, this is your subconscious, like what are we talking about here? Like, come on. You know what's up. And, what's up? You know, I mean, like, do I even have to, like, could not, like, I think you got, you know, you can do what you want. either way, you know, it's just gonna work out. So, but it's like I say, Hanged Woman. I think I really like that card. Believe it or not, I'm weird. Yeah, so cool. Crowning thoughts. Let's see what's up. It's interesting where that fell. Was just all right. Yeah. We got all the knights are just like chess. Like what's up? And you know, I think it's not lost on me that, you know, you're building stuff. You got wands going on. He's got one over here, and then, you know, you're kind of surveying your kingdom. And, you know, I think in a way, that's, you know, it's, again, you got options. That's one of those, I think you're probably going to get offers for sex. You may have offers for actual love. You may have offers for work. It sounds like you've just got, you know, the chess pieces are moving right in your, you know. And I would say, you know, that's rock and roll. You know, you can do you, you know, and like whether it's like, I would just say, you know, it's again like be in your you know, be a dove about it at least, you know what I mean, and like communicate clearly what you want. Be like, hey, look, I'm sorry, you just, it's nice and leans a little to the left, and you know, come over every now and then, or you know, it's like, hey, no, like, you know, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna be, you know, whatever it is, or you know, just make sure that you're healthy as adult, healthy is communicating, healthy is, you know, like if you're not lying, you know what I mean, then you don't have to remember, you know what I mean, like, and it's just, you know, it's 2018, y'all. Like, I like this energy. This is very cool. This is very fluid energy. There's a lot of water going on. If all Pisces could be this, and not so, you know, it's weird to me that, you know, we always got Scorpios, you know, I mean, that's nuts. So, you know, in your near future, and I like to think this going, you know, either way. This could be an offer coming your direction. This could be, and you know, it's again, just be careful before you sign anything. Make sure you read the fine print. Figure out who, you know. You know, was just talking to Queen of Cups, and like, you know, hey Ellen, like for real, like dude, you know, it's all well and good if somebody wants to help you out, but make sure they're actually trying to help you out. You know, like the Dave Matthews Band turned down a bunch of contracts before they, you know, really found some, you know, and even then, you know, it's like you're never gonna find something. They're always, somebody's working an angle. You know what I mean? It's like, so just be careful. You know what I mean? Like, you've already, you know, you got your shit figured out. So it's like, just stay in your own. You know what I mean? And if somebody actually thinks that, you know, somebody can actually help you out, well then, awesome. You know, cool. But yeah, that's actually really healthy. There's a lot of like charity, but also I feel like, yeah, I mean, like what's up? But you know, I don't want to give you. That's just, you know, for what's, I do the staff backwards, so it's coming towards you and then your future. I'm not trying to give you the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Like, I mean, God, I mean, you know. It's one thing to be generous, and I am being like, you know, hey, be cyclical and stuff, but be careful, you know what I mean? Play, you know, at least make sure he's nice before you, you know what I mean? Like, oh, but all right, fine. You know what? He's got a big dick. Jump on it. Why not? You know, just be careful. You know what I mean? Like, make sure he's tested. Good night, dude. This is okay. So this is my favorite way to get this. Got the fucking. All right, so like, I don't know if you ever played Zelda, but you know, when I see this, I'm like, I mean, you saw that? That's, you know, all right, whatever. That's in your future. So here you go. God. You know, I guess I could have taken the page, and then that would have been your hopes and fears. But you know, here I'm talking about charity. Bam, hey, this is in your hopes and fears. Whatever, man. I don't know if you're feeling charitable. I don't know what's going on, but you know, you may. Yeah, cool. No, okay. So I think you're in your head about it, but yeah, you've got charity sort of on your mind. You may be worried about kind of being burned by that in the past. Not necessarily having things turn out the way you want them to. And it seems like, you know, you're kind of, I mean, like, you see how many wands these are? I feel like on some level, this is, you know, you're gearing up for the worst. But at the same time, it feels a lot like this battle has been won, and you've just, you know, I mean, you see how these... So, I mean, you and your hopes and fears, I think you've planned well. And, you know, I'm mad, you're mad, everyone here is mad. It's only by chance, and clearly you've got careful planning, you know, on your side. So, if you're not, you know, and like, you know what, fuck it. Your environment, dude. What's up? Like, and... What the fuck? Alright, so I know how you read these, and actually, you know, yeah. So, I mean, but no, legit. You've got, your environment is the wheel of fortune. What can you do about it? Dude, the world is yours. That's... rock and roll, you know? Everybody check out High-Chee. Special thanks to Buckethead for the music, proceeds to my boy. And yeah, no. Thank you so much.